getting in touch with people, like come to see my stuff and to, like, of course, buy. But I think it's good to get to know people, get to know more artists, and like to work like, as a collective. I think now, especially with independent authors, I think you can find more. It's not only about superheroes or monsters, this kind of stuff. Graphic medicine or like LGBTQ comics and stories. Like you can find like what represents you, what you can find yourself, and find something to read. I think that's the best part. The comics they're all digital, mostly because it's faster. But like now I'm doing like at least like working on the cover for the next one. They're gonna be analog, and I'm doing some original art to sell. More because like I kind of miss like working like with like brushes and ink. Comics is a pretty cheap media. Like people buy comics or even web comics, and I think that it helps the industry to feed itself. Like people get inspired by other media, so I think that's the reason that Marvel still publish comics, is that because you have like good stories in comics, and then you get like they adapt this for TV series or for movies. And I think the industry itself, like they get inspiration for each other media.
This is my collective, and we have Rebecca and Sylvia as the other members of the collective. The one thing that we all have in common is our love for lowbrow. We love humor and horror and satire. There's a lot of feminist bent or feminist themes that we're exploring in the works that we do. Their fondness for this movie called Chud, it's a schlocky, campy 80s movie, and I love anything that's sleazy. And I told them that Chuddi means underwear in Hindi, and so that's how we settled on our name. And you know, it kind of represents us really well. As you can see, the logo is like an underwear, and it's bloody and perioded. So we like that kind of stuff. First thing that I did was Filthy Bitches, which is basically women being quote-unquote gross, which is like women actually being human, but nobody really wants to talk about that. And it's very much the kind of thing that I feel like people shy away from. And I had stickers, and there's mucus Maxine and stuff like that. So that's one thing that I went with. Again, I like to explore things like social anxiety, therapy, addiction, you know, these are existential things.
And why these topics?
They're so like part of everyone's lives, and my own even, you know, so, and I like, I don't know, joking about them, not necessarily in a punch down way, but like applying humor to like really dark things. I think is a fun way to explore it. It's easier to talk about, and it's not that self-serious, and like it's a good way of dealing with it. My own journey, so to speak, is like that. Like I want to joke about it. I want to make light of some of the things, not necessarily in a disrespectful way, but in a way of like coping with it.
Practice. You have to draw like a lot. there's no shortcut. You'll have like to draw as much as you can every time that you can, and try to put your work out.